Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for May 6, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern. In the meditation today, oftentimes it's interesting how we monitor. We get into a good habit of monitoring our thoughts. Now, to a lot of people, to them, it's kind of a crazy thing to monitor your thoughts because it's hard to explain. It's almost as if we're thinking constantly, obviously. And the majority of our thoughts are random. That we don't, we have all these thoughts, but we don't think about them. I'll put it that way. There's constantly coming in 60,000 plus a day. Think about that. 60,000 incoming thoughts per day plus or more. Now, the majority of them we don't acknowledge. They just they come in. And have you ever experienced where your thoughts they're everywhere. They go into the future, into the past, maybe. But have you ever noticed that you're never in the now? It seems like you're preoccupied constantly with these thoughts of, tomorrow, the next day, the end the day today, a couple hours from now. But it keeps you from being focused on the now. Because it's such a strong habit to be wandering off in all different directions all the time. Now, with that many thoughts, 60,000 plus per day, and the majority we don't even acknowledge; they just come in. Can you see why things for the civilization become so hectic? So discombobulated, where we're, we think here, this, and it's just like a constant rhetoric. It's just noise. It has so many coming in, it forms like a noise, a static. And it's hard for many humans to quiet themselves, to become quiet. Quiet means just being in the now and being and not doing anything. Just being in the now. And, when we aren't doing that, we're conjuring constantly, creating things that we don't need to create, that are not in our favor most of the time. But if we don't acknowledge them because there's so many of them, we don't know what we're creating. Okay? We have so many thoughts coming in, and we're constantly creating, but we don't know what we're creating because we're so many thoughts that we aren't acknowledging. It sounds a little kind of crazy, but that's how it works. Now, when you go in the now and you master this understanding and you say, okay, well, I'm going to monitor my thoughts. I'm going to pay attention to them to determine, which ones to throw out. Because you don't need to keep them and harbor them. You just dismiss them. Well, that's crazy, don't need that. It's kind of like doing house cleaning every day for your mind. After a while, see, it's easy too because we get lazy, so we don't. We may do it, we may have a commitment to do it, but then it fades but it's part of the mastering that we take on of our thoughts. Now, when you get used to this filtering process, and you see it trains you, you get used to it, and you start understanding that, hey, okay, I'm in control, and you'll start seeing evidence, proof of that, by what you do concentrate on. All right? And through your heart mind, you inject the area of your priorities of bliss and prosperity and joy and happiness. And it's forming your true self. All this other stuff, most of it's rhetoric. It has really no teeth to it. But you can give it teeth. That's what happens. See, you get these thoughts coming in, and they're not all your thoughts. There are other thoughts mixing in there. And it's because of the inconsistencies of the civilization. It's because of the influences of the civilization across the board, all kinds, all avenues. It is literally, it's like a super freeway. Just buzzing. You ever seen those pictures at night where you're, you take a picture of a freeway and all the cars' lights and everything, and they just seem like lines of light, beams of light? Well, that's basically what's beaming into us all the time. It's just thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of ideas and thoughts, and you name it, it's coming in. So, in this meditation, it's to be clear of your thoughts, to be clear, which means that you're completely aware, and the ones that you say, now that's a good one, that's a good one. When I get good ones, I write them down. I write them down. I take journal, write them down, date it. Right? I may put a little note under there of what that thought means. Because these are messages and they're very impactful, and you'll find that you'll refer back to them as time goes by. And so being very aware and clear of your thoughts is a really strong beginning to mastering them. And I know I talk a lot about mastering because it's very important. It's very important. Now, Buddha mastered his thoughts. Okay? Most of the time, Jesus mastered his thoughts. And many of the others. Lao Tzu mastered his thoughts. And when you do that, you're totally in control. So you get used to identifying, and you get used to doing house cleaning every day. You're able to differentiate, prioritize, store, and throw out. It's a constant storing and throwing out. I'll keep this one, but this one's gone. This one's gone. This one's gone. Okay. And the whole purpose of it is mastering your thoughts. Is so empowering, and it advances you, accelerates you, and it moves you more and more into the ascension process. Right? And you always are countering with anything that may be negative, may be discomforting. You counter that by saying, I'm giving and sending love, peace, joy, respect, honesty, gratitude all the time. because it's what you are. So mastering your thoughts is so crucial on our ascension, enlightenment, and evolution. Because I guarantee you this, in the higher frequency, you'll begin to understand, and you should know by that time, mastering your thoughts is paramount. Because then you become the director and you become the master over all of your thoughts. In fact, you can inject thoughts in there. You're constantly filling them with love, peace, and prosperity and joy. You're constantly uplifting. It's a never ending until you move in to a higher density where it's automatic. It's just you've mastered it. It's just like second nature. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. Well, I'm talking, you want to relax. Relax the body, drop the shoulders. You just let all of the last 24 hours flow off and permanently be vaporized, eliminated. You know, if you want to, send it back central, great central sun. If you want to just bring in the purple transmuting flame and the violet ray, do that too. Whatever your desire is to eliminate that stress, whatever. We're always under stress. We have the gravity of the planet pushing down on our bodies, right? We have the day-to-day activities. We have the day-to-day surprises. And so we are. It's something to be very aware of. So when you're relaxing, relax that body, because it's your opportunity at this time to focus on that. Because most of the time we don't. So you become light and you can feel the vibration in the heart, mind. You can feel the release and the relaxation flowing over you and in you. And as you do this, you're going to want to breathe. You want to breathe through the nose and out through the mouth. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. As you breathe in, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, exhale through the mouth. And while I'm talking, you want to do this at least 6 times. Now, as you're relaxing and as you're breathing, you breathe in a divine positive energy. And the divine positive energy is filled with communication, message, energy, power, peace, calmness. It's all there. It revitalizes your awareness each time you breathe. You focus on the breathing. So you're breathing in divine positive energy. It communicates to you is that it's constantly communicating to each and every one of us that we are the masters. That we have the power already in us to master our thoughts, to understand them, and we can get to the point of great mastery of then controlling them. We aren't there yet, obviously, but so you have this confidence without your ego, without ego, and it's firm, and it is a knowing that you master your thoughts, so that the thoughts come in, you identify them, and like I said, you discard those that serve you no good. You embrace those that do. So that's the simple part. The challenging part is to be consistent with it, not be drawn away. This is the communication from divine positive energy. as you breathe in divine positive energy, you're breathing out, you're exhaling. All the thoughts that only you know, do not serve you any greater good. They don't. And so you expel them. You release them. And you don't do it with anger, and you don't do it with distress, and you do it with love, compassion, and peace. And you saturate them and eliminate them. You call them purple transmuting flame, transmute them into neutral light substance, and send it back to the great central sun. Bring in the violet ray and cleanse and purify where they were. You can always tell when you're becoming overloaded. All right? You'll get that feeling in your heart mind, and it's just so many thoughts, and just not a lot of them not pleasant thoughts. They're more stressing and fearful and negative, and you know when you get overload of that. And so you address it and you say, you expel them, eliminate them. So when you breathe out, that's what you do. You eliminate them, which allows you to become more buoyant and more, less stress. What we do is we fold into the heart mind. It's an automatic. And you move up above the heart, and you float effortlessly. You're in total joy, peace, prosperity, happiness, tranquility, calmness. You can feel it. We're all encased in a perfect sphere. Never leaves us. Always there. The golden white pink light of Prime Source, Creator God, Mother, Father God, our family, deep eternal love. You also have in that field the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, purple transmuting flame, violet ray, white fire, violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael, golden white pink light. It's there. Multicolored, vibrant sphere protecting us 24/7 always. And the only thing that can penetrate it is deep eternal love. And we are met with our God spark, our spirit, our soul, our higher self. We merge. And it is total peace and joy. We are completely connected and in touch and communication always with our higher self. Higher self is in complete communication all the time with our physical self. We bring heaven to earth. As we move and exist with this merging, we create paradise wherever we go. Each and every one of us. That's why mastering your thoughts is so empowering and impactful. It's like sanding a block of wood until it gets so smooth. You run your fingers over it. You pick up no splinters, no cuts, no jagged edges. It is finely honed and smooth. This is where you go to this is where you are with mastering your thoughts. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light. And remember, we encircle the planet at its center point, its equator. We then effortlessly begin to move up above the eternal love and the highest of benevolence, compassion, kindness, generosity, and humbleness. It's from all densities, all universes, all dimensions, all existences, and they come in unfathomable numbers. And they fill the sacredness of space, and they merge into this circle. And it grows exponentially. It spirals out in a 360-degree fan, and it just absolutely moves out into the solar system, the galaxy, and the universes. It is pure, deep, eternal love, light, energy. And we thank them. You know, it's a celebration every time. And we're humbled all the time when we have these energies, existences. They're part of us. They're part of our family. We call upon the archangels, the seraphim, the cherubim, the archetypes, all flocking in of the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love and the highest of benevolence. And they come in and they merge into the circle. And you can understand that this conduit, this circle of tube light is massive. Massive. And it keeps expanding as our family comes together and joins in. And they are with us. We embrace them and we love them and they love us, and we are humbled and thankful for their presence as they are ours. We call upon the Ascended Masters of the deepest eternal love from the deepest eternal love. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Sananda Jesus, El Morya, Buddha, Abundantia, all of the Ascended Masters. And they come and they join us. We expand, we grow. We're beyond the centillions, the gigaplexes. We are beyond all conceivable numbers. Because not only does this affect this planet, this Earth, and the rest of the solar system, but all celestial bodies in all of the universes and all existences. And we are thankful and in the deepest of gratitude for their presence as they are us. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner Earth and hollow Earth and beneath Earth, all of those in the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, and the greatest of peace, joy, and they come, and they are with us, and they join us, they merge, and they become part of the light as they infuse it with the greater and greater love and peace and gratitude. And we embrace them and are thankful for their presence as they are ours. We call upon all of the off-worlders who have been assisting the civilization in its ascension, enlightenment, and its freeing itself from bondage. They are of the deepest eternal love and from the deepest eternal love, and they come and they join us and they are with us. Our light grows spectacularly brighter, bristling, expanding. You can see the flames emanating from it. upon all of our loved ones who have left the body in this life and all lives that we've inhabited, of the deepest eternal love and from the deepest eternal love, always expanding. And they come in massive numbers, and they join us and embrace us, and they're elated as we are. We're happy and in total peace as they are. We're thankful for them, grateful, are humbled by their presence as they are us. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on this planet, in this planet, at this particular time, of the deepest eternal love and from the deepest eternal love. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the trees, the elements, earth, air, water, fire, mermaids, the dolphins, the whale, Pegasus, the unicorn, all of these light energy beings housed in all life. And they join us gladly, and they merge with us. We're exhilarated, happy, and joyful for their presence. We embrace them and love them as they do us. We thank them as they thank us. We look up and we see our meditative sphere sitting center circle, hovering above us. It houses all of our meditations in perpetual motion. They never end. Their frequencies are being emitted constantly. They are bathing the civilization and this planet in all areas outside. It is larger than 1,000,000 billion suns. The darkness of space is greatly diminished. Everything becomes light because the sacredness of space is filled with deep eternal love. We feel the rain saturate the tops of our heads from the sphere. It comes down. It literally floods and saturates the physical body from head to toe and the etheric body. Inside now. This moves us into an empowering understanding and comprehension. We master our thoughts. We are thought masters. We move entire solar systems and galaxies with our thoughts. Monitored and mastered through the heart-mind. We know that peace, happiness, joy, prosperity, tranquility, great gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation are the key masters to ascension. We expand and embrace this understanding. We look down upon the planet and see all of our brothers and sisters, all the civilization life, all of the detuned frequencies of the civilization. And we literally begin to transform the air and the energy around them, and we communicate with their higher selves, their gods, sparks, their souls, their spirits. to accelerate their union with their higher self, to assist them in higher thought. Higher thought meaning in peace, in joy, in comfort, in gratitude, in thankfulness. This is a collective move for a body of divine energy, divine existence, of billions of God sparks. This is our assisting the rest of us, the other pieces of us, to assist with their elevation into the higher dimension, the higher existence, the higher thought. And by us mastering our thoughts and becoming thought masters, we then lend this to the rest of us. And it begins to penetrate and saturate, and they become more and more aware of their power in the highest thought. You can feel the peace take place. You can feel and experience as their confusion and distress is eliminated, as their joy and peace replace fear and anxiety, as their selfishness, egos, insecurities are replaced by generosity, caring, giving of themselves, sharing, respect, honoring, and great gratitude. When you experience all this, you can feel it as it vibrates in yourself above the heart mind. And we become more and more aware of our divinity and our happiness and our joy and our peace and our power, and moving more and more as we continue to evolve and mastering our thoughts and becoming thought masters. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return, close us out. master your thoughts and become a thought master is very freeing, and it builds more confidence about the ego, knowing that you can be selective. You can keep those thoughts that are for the greater good, and you can dispel those thoughts that really serve you no purpose, but from the lower frequencies. And that is not serving anything of the greater good. So this is a practice that we incorporate every day, use it all the time, and you will be amazed on what will transpire almost immediately. Fear will be alleviated, stress will be alleviated, anxiety will be alleviated, doubt, guilt, all of these things. See, if you don't become master of your thoughts, they pile up, back up. And it's just amazing what they begin to do. So take that with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, to the following morning, because it will literally set you free. You'll find that a lot of the things that you carried with you will no longer be there. The things that harass you, that nag at you, will be eliminated. And you'll move more and more into a higher enlightenment, a higher frequency, which accelerates your ascension. You're always mastering your thoughts. You get to a point where you will become a thought master. We will be back here on May 7th, 2019 at 3 p.m. The FESIG recording, it will be posted on the PFCC section of my website, so that you can access it as soon as Crystal from FESIG is able to complete that. And the call from last night will be up there probably within the next